It's Sunday, August 22nd, 2021. It's the storm system, which they called a hurricane, HENRI, HENRI, while I'm doing INRI work, as both. I mean, for Benjamin and Daniel, I do work as Romer, ROEMER. That's not going to change in America. But for Alexander and Henri Lossier, my cat Scratch, my Anthony Diafrio at the moment, I do work as myself, Cattaruzza, Cattaruzza. In some areas, I put Cattaruzza-Hitler, so this way I have a tie for the two children to Niklaus. For the last known name that he gave me before he disappeared the last time. Because when I met Eric and when I met Johnny Lasagna, like, these aren't like real names, so it's just whatever. I met a man by the name of Juan on the street, Juan. He said his name was Juan something or other. He said it was the son of God. I'm like, yeah, right, okay. I was like, well, you have a 4-letter name, so that's important to me. I'll stop for a minute. And it was something Dos. And I'm like, yeah, no, I'm Dos Vadonia. I've got 2 militaries. I've got the one where you humans exist, and then I got the one where it's fixing planetary stuff. And he said he worked, I said, I'm the cat of Russia. I said, in Russia, I'm known as Catherine the Great. I was like, and I am the mother of Alexander the Great. I was like, but I don't go by the name Catherine. It's whatever. I know what it is. It's a command chain signal all in one, but whatever. I mean, I didn't say that to him. I don't go into this much detail with humans. They're not worth it. Especially what's laying around. So, let's think about this. So he said he worked for some company named Scepter. And I'm like, I never heard of it. I mean, like, as a company, I've never heard of it. He's like, really? He's like, we make those. I could not understand this man. I swear, he thought he was speaking English. But whatever words are coming out of his mouth into my ear, I'm like, that is nothing I recognize as human speak. He said that he came over, he worked for Scepter he was walking with a cane, but he wasn't using it. I told him about my leg problem and the synovial fluid and the interstitial fluid problem. And then he said something about mental, and I'm like, yeah, whatever, you humans. I'm not really, a mental conversation with you shitbags, but whatever. So then he said to me, he said something about Scepter, and I'm like, you know what Scepter is to me? Scepter is a high priest and priestess. It's a staff or a rod. That's what a Russian scepter is. I was like, so whatever words you're saying in what you're trying to explain to me means nothing. I don't understand them. He says, he says, I worked with a lot of Russians at Scepter. And I'm thinking to myself, yeah, really? He goes, there, and I said, he's like, they're here. And I was like, they are? And he says, yeah. I said, me personally, I know I'm here. I was like, and I've only seen 2 Russians in my entire life. Other than that, I've never met a Russian. Ever. One was the Croatian Russian, kind of, sort of, in a black truck guy, the night that the moon disappeared. And then the other one was some girl that met me at the park, or ran into me at the park and said she was Russian. But it sounded like she was speaking Greek. So, that happened. And then, so I walked away. And then, what was the other part? I mean, I am in so much ridiculous pain. I've walked so much today with the green and black umbrella, and I just got back with the pink umbrella. I ran into Mr. Sullivan also. I can't remember his first name. It's something unusual. But I always call him Mr. Sullivan. I asked him how his day was and whatever in the storm. I informed him, Henri Lossier, he's Notre Dame, and I didn't know if he knew what that meant. Usually people don't. It has no meaning. Let's think about this. Who else did I run into? Oh, right. Nucci. I spoke to Nucci on the video chat. He's down in Ziada and Vicky's. There was a really weird delay in the phone. Their faces looked like all decrepit and fallen off their bodies. It was weird, because then I saw a video of them in live action, and they looked like they normally do with their skin still on. But on the video chat, their faces and their noses look like they're falling off, and all like, I don't know, vampire, like, theatrical Dracula-like. It was really weird. I'm like, trying not to say anything while I'm talking to them. I'm like, how the hell do you get that effect? Are we that, like, far apart in time and space? Jesus Christ. I mean, I'm walking around. It is so hard to move my legs. I told Mr. Sullivan, I'm like, it's almost like my stomach muscle and my upper leg muscle are not communicating. They're not sending signals to each other, so I'm doing like this weird shuffle. But it has taken longer and longer for me to do a walk. And then when I come back, the recovery of the walk that I just did is so immensely painful. I mean, my feet and my legs hurt that they're attached to my body at the moment. Which is really scary, because I don't really see this getting any better, and it's really dark. Oh, and then I was thinking, I'm like, all right, Phoenix Rising is what I needed, but then I got Brown Risen. That was what was on one of those capture shots that I got, that they displayed today. There's some Be Heard for Brownsville Rising, and I caught it, and I'm like, yeah, brown looks risen. But I know brown is a problem with brown nose. And I'm like, Yahtzee Nazi. Why do I have Yahtzee Chotsy doing health sermons with his brown nose in New York area? Who hired him? I needed not white Nazis like affiliates. I did not need Yahtzee Chotsy, Yahtzee Nazi. Like, there's a reason why all this, like, is rhyming. I'm already in a dangerous position and an inverted star. I also spoke to new tenants. I got a Sabato Domingo situation. I got a Sunday and a Saturday all in one. He's like, that's a Saint Dominic. And I'm like, oh, that would make sense. I went to Saint Dominic's at some point. That's where I was cheerleader in high school with my Zapato thing. But anyway, I had Mr. Roach, but now he's NYPD. That was a weird connection. I had Miss Rowe. She was AP Science, Biology. And then I had Bill something or other for Earth Science, but I wasn't too keen on Earth Science. It was, I don't know, not being taught in like an interesting manner. I gotta think about this. Oh, and that's also where I had a very handsome French teacher, but he would fall asleep during class. It was really weird. He said he worked overnight at Macy's, the closing shift or something. I don't know what that was about. And let's think about this. Right, so when a Saturday and a Sunday look exactly the same, and you can't tell the difference, but things happen differently on Saturday than Sunday, you know who notices when you make a mistake? The person who works Saturday and Sunday. Usually the person Saturday doesn't notice that Sunday looks exactly the same, or Sunday's changed. And if you only work Sunday, you don't notice Saturday is any different, because you don't know what to expect. Right, so I don't understand why we're employing people who want to learn what's working on Saturday and what's working on Sunday. There's already people who know. Why did it need to change? Why did it grow dangerously? And there was an even more major point that I needed to make, but now I can't even think about it because the memory cell here is so bad. Oh, there was something on Sunday morning today, which is August 22nd, 2021, during this weather pattern thing, about Motorola and the first cell phone. And that guy looks like Phil, the guy that Anthony knows that's like homeless and having a problem with housing and all sorts of stuff. And, but there's a problem with, like, I didn't need cellular technology in every shitbag criminal's hand. I didn't. Brown was rising. I definitely didn't need them to have better access to communication. Connected to a wall was secure enough, or with coins on the street corner. That was key. That was easy to police. This walking around by yourself, like unhinged, bad fucking idea, you stupid asshole. And now it's just gotten so worse. I also saw tonight one handsome ancestor of mine got some volcanologist job in Iceland, and he was raised in Texas. So I'm like, oh, thank God I got one of my own in there somehow. I was like, but I got problems with this Motorola guy, some cell towers. I mean, like, they just wanted to push all this shitbag business stuff. I'm like, do you know how fucking infected New York is, you fucking dumb shitbag? I know, you're gonna make millions and have such a great life, fucking asshole. The rest of us are concerned about really scary security that FCC and FAA was already trying to handle before you came up with your bright fucking ideas, dickhead. Star 1978, star 8378. I'm not enjoying the cellular fucking lution, asshole. I inherited all the problems that came along with it. And you're just about to die, so yippee fucking hot kaye for us.